You know, for years they told us coffee on an empty stomach was a bad idea. Said it was harsh, said it could dehydrate us. And maybe you've heard that too. Maybe you even started second-guessing your morning cup, wondering if it's time to give it up. But here's something no one ever told me until I started digging deep into the research. That same cup of coffee is the one you've leaned on for warmth, focus, and a gentle start to your day. It can actually become a tool, not just for energy, not just for comfort, but for strength. Especially the kind of strength that helps you keep walking tall, keep climbing stairs without effort, keep doing the things you love with the people you love. Because after 60, your muscles, especially in your legs, start to whisper. They say they're tired. They say they need help. And if we don't listen, those whispers turn into weakness. That's how falls happen. That's how independence slips away quietly. But the good news? We don't have to accept that. Today, I'm going to show you 4 simple things backed by clear science that you can add to your morning coffee to protect your legs, fight off fatigue, and support strong, steady movement into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. If you've got a warm mug near you, go ahead and take a sip. This might be the most powerful coffee you've ever made, and we're just getting started. Now, before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what you usually put in your coffee. Cream, sugar, just black? And if this topic speaks to you, if you care about staying strong, staying steady, and staying you, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. I've spent years studying the science behind healthy aging, and I share everything I've learned right here, so you never miss a step. Ready to discover what your coffee's been missing? Let me tell you something I've noticed in all my years talking with folks over 60. That first cup of coffee in the morning, it's more than a beverage. It's a quiet ritual. It's the warmth that greets you before the sun. The stillness before the world starts asking things of you. For many people, it's the one moment in the day that feels entirely yours. And that matters. That matters a lot. See, when we build a habit into our lives so naturally, so consistently, it becomes a part of who we are. That's why coffee is the perfect starting point for something new. Not something complicated, not something that disrupts your whole routine, but something that quietly supports your body from the inside out. What I've found through years of research is this. The best way to introduce powerful nutrients into your life is to connect them to something you already enjoy. And coffee? Coffee is ideal. It's warm. It blends beautifully with healing ingredients. And it's already a part of your rhythm. You don't have to overhaul your breakfast. You don't have to take more pills. You don't even have to change the way you brew your cup. All you have to do is give that cup a gentle upgrade, one thoughtful addition at a time. I like to call it coffee therapy, because when you add the right things to it, your coffee doesn't just wake you up. It holds you up. It carries your legs. It protects your strength. So what do we add? What's the first step? Let me show you the ingredient that helps your muscles feel alive again. It's simple. It's natural, and it starts working from the very first cup. Let's take a closer look. Ingredient number 1. It's called MCT oil. That stands for medium-chain triglycerides. But don't worry about the name. What matters is what it does inside your body. Unlike the fats that take their time breaking down and sometimes cause sluggishness, MCTs are different. They're like the express train of energy. Once they enter your system, your liver turns them quickly into something called ketones. Ketones are a clean, steady fuel that your muscles can use without straining. And here's where it gets even more important. As we get older, our muscles begin to lose their energy factories. These are tiny structures inside every cell called mitochondria. When they slow down, we feel it. Walking becomes harder. Standing too long starts to wear us out. The legs feel tired, even without doing much. But ketones from MCT oil help those mitochondria wake back up. They help fuel your muscles in a way that sugar no longer can. Especially after 60, your body starts having a harder time turning carbohydrates into usable energy. MCT oil gives it another option. One study I often share with my patients was published in the journal Aging Cell in 2020. It showed that older adults who took NCT oil had stronger muscles, better insulin sensitivity, and lower levels of inflammation. That's a powerful trio for anyone hoping to stay active and independent. So how do you use it? Simple. Just brew your coffee like you always do. While it's still hot, add 1 teaspoon of pure MCT oil. Then stir it well, or use a little milk frother if you have one. It blends smoothly, and you'll hardly notice it's there. It won't make your coffee taste oily or heavy. In fact, many people say it makes the texture feel silkier. If this is your first time trying MCT oil, I do recommend starting slow. Begin with just half a teaspoon for the first week. Let your digestion ease into it. Some people feel a bit of discomfort if they take too much too fast, but easing in makes all the difference. You can enjoy it with a small breakfast or even on its own. Either way, what you're doing is giving your muscles a signal, a sign that says, I haven't forgotten you, I'm giving you what you need. And that's how strength begins to return. Not with big, hard changes, but with 1 quiet teaspoon each morning, 1 step toward a more energetic you. Now let's take a look at the next ingredient, the one that holds your joints together while helping your legs stay flexible and strong. Ingredient number 2, one thing most people only think of when it comes to skin and beauty: collagen. Now I know when many folks hear that word, they picture creams or face serums. But here's what most don't realize. Collagen is not just for the surface. It's what holds you together on the inside. Your muscles, your joints, your tendons and ligaments. Even the soft padding around your knees that keeps you steady and supported. Collagen is the glue that helps all those parts stay strong and flexible. And just like with many good things, our natural supply of collagen slows down after the age of 60. That's when we start to notice things. Knees that feel stiff after sitting, muscles that don't bounce back the way they used to, a sense that recovery takes longer than it should. This isn't just aging, this is collagen loss. And the good news is, we can give our bodies the support they need to rebuild it. Hydrolyzed collagen is the form I recommend most. It's already broken down into smaller pieces, so your body can absorb it more easily. That means it doesn't just pass through your system. It gets used. It gets to work. In fact, a study published in the British Journal of Nutrition back in 2015 showed that older adults who took hydrolyzed collagen and did even light exercise saw a real increase in lean muscle. Not bulk, not swelling, just honest, healthy muscle mass returning to where it belongs. Collagen also helps rebuild tendons and ligaments, which is why it's so important for the knees, hips, and ankles. These are the parts of the body that carry us every single day. And when they're weak, it's not just about discomfort. It's about mobility, confidence, independence. So how do we use it? Simple. 1 scoop, about 10 grams, stirred into your hot coffee each morning. It dissolves fully and doesn't add any flavor or scent. You won't even know it's there, but your muscles will. Your joints will. Your whole body will. Stick with it for at least 8 weeks. That's the window where most people begin to notice the change. Walking gets easier. That stiffness in the morning starts to fade. Even the way you sleep may improve, because collagen contains glycine, an amino acid that helps calm the nervous system. So you're not just repairing tissue, you're supporting deeper rest, better skin, a steadier mood, all from 1 scoop in a cup you were going to drink anyway. It's a small gesture that sends a powerful message to your body. I'm still here. I still care. And I'm taking steps to stay strong. Now, let's look at a little spice that not only tastes warm and familiar, but quietly helps your muscles hold on to their strength. Ingredient number 3. Let's talk about something you probably already have sitting in your kitchen cabinet. Cinnamon. It's that warm, familiar spice we sprinkle on toast or stir into oatmeal. But it turns out cinnamon is doing a lot more than just making your coffee taste cozy. It's quietly working behind the scenes to protect your muscles from one of aging's sneakiest effects. See, after 60, your body begins to respond differently to insulin. That's the hormone that helps move nutrients like amino acids and glucose into your muscle cells. When insulin becomes less effective, your muscles don't get what they need to stay strong and healthy. Instead, the body starts breaking down muscle for energy, a process called catabolism. It doesn't happen all at once. It's slow, silent, easy to miss until one day climbing stairs feels harder than it used to. Or you notice you're not standing quite as tall, but cinnamon has a way of interrupting that cycle. Inside true cinnamon, especially the Ceylon variety, there is a natural compound called cinnamaldehyde. This little molecule helps improve insulin sensitivity. That means your body uses insulin more efficiently, making it easier for your muscles to absorb the nutrients they need to grow and repair. A study published a few years ago followed older adults who added cinnamon extract to their daily routine. After 12 weeks, they saw measurable improvements in insulin sensitivity and reduced markers of chronic inflammation. That's the kind of support your muscles have been waiting for. And using it couldn't be easier. Just add half a teaspoon of cinnamon to your coffee in the morning. It blends beautifully, giving your cup a warm, slightly sweet flavor without any sugar. But there is one important thing to remember. Not all cinnamon is the same. Look for Ceylon cinnamon. It's sometimes labeled as true cinnamon. It contains far less of a compound called coumarin, which can be harmful to your liver if consumed in large amounts. The more common variety, cassia cinnamon, is stronger in flavor, but also higher in coumarin. So keep your daily dose under 1 teaspoon and stick with Ceylon when you can. That small sprinkle in your cup is doing far more than adding flavor. It's helping your muscles hold on to their strength. It's lowering silent inflammation. And it's making sure that your morning ritual is working for you, not just waking you up, but lifting you up. Now let's move on to one final ingredient. It's creamy, rich, and just might surprise you with how much support it gives your body. And before we do, I just want to say something to those of you who are still here with me. That tells me you care about your health, you're curious, you're still learning, and that's something I truly admire. If anything I've shared so far has sparked a thought or reminded you of your own morning routine, I'd love to hear it. Just leave a comment down below. Whether it's a question, a story, or even a simple hello, your voice matters here. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. I share practical, science-backed tips for staying strong and independent as we age. Nothing extreme, just small, meaningful steps that truly make a difference. All right. Let's talk about the final addition to your morning coffee that might be the most delicious one yet. Ingredient number 4. Now this next addition is one of my personal favorites. It's smooth, satisfying, and brings a touch of richness to your cup that feels almost like a treat. But don't let the comfort fool you. What it's doing inside your body is quietly powerful. I'm talking about natural nut butter. Just 1 teaspoon stirred into your morning coffee can offer a wide range of benefits, especially for aging muscles. Here's why it matters. Inside that little spoonful, you'll find a handful of nutrients that your body craves more as the years go by. Vitamin E, magnesium, manganese. These are not just supplements on a shelf. They are real building blocks your muscles and hormones use every single day. Vitamin E acts like a shield. It helps protect your muscle cells from the wear and tear of daily movement. Magnesium helps your muscles contract smoothly and make sure the amino acids you eat actually reach the places they're needed. And manganese supports the tiny powerhouses in your cells, the mitochondria, helping to create energy where strength is made. There's also another layer to nut butter that often gets overlooked. The healthy fats inside it help keep your blood sugar steady. That means when you mix it with coffee, it slows the caffeine just enough so your energy lasts longer without that jittery spike and crash. Even more, those same fats support the hormones that naturally decline with age. Hormones like testosterone and DHEA. And while these may not be topics we often bring up in everyday conversation, they play a big role in maintaining muscle mass, bone strength, and vitality well into our later years. Now, how do we use it? It's simple. After you brew your coffee, stir in 1 teaspoon of almond butter or hazelnut butter while the coffee is still hot. It melts in gently, adding a creamy texture and a warm, nutty aroma. If you're using a French press or drip coffee, just add the nut butter right after pouring into your mug. And here's an important tip. Choose a nut butter with only 1 ingredient, just the nut. No added sugar, no oils, no preservatives. The cleaner, the better. Unsweetened almond butter is a good starting point if you prefer a more neutral taste. If you like a richer flavor, hazelnut adds a comforting depth. That small spoonful is doing more than flavoring your drink. It's helping you stay steady, keep your balance, and preserve the muscle that carries you through each day. And remember, strength after 60 doesn't just come from the gym. It can begin right here, in your own kitchen, with a cup of coffee that's working just as hard as you are. Now let's take a quiet moment and look back at what we've covered. 4 simple additions, 1 cup of coffee, and a real opportunity to care for your muscles in a way that feels natural, easy, and consistent. First, we added MCT oil. This gives your muscles clean, steady fuel. It supports your cells where energy is made and helps keep your legs strong for the walks, the chores, and the little moments that fill your day. Then we stirred in collagen, not just for beauty, but for strength. It helps rebuild the tissue that holds you together, your joints, your tendons, your muscle fibers, the parts that let you move with confidence and recover without pain. Next came cinnamon, a quiet helper that improves the way your body uses insulin. That means more of the nutrients you eat go where they need to go, into your muscles. Cinnamon also helps calm inflammation and protect against slow muscle loss. And finally, nut butter. A small spoonful that supports your hormones, keeps your blood sugar steady, and protects the very foundation of your strength. It gives your coffee depth and your body lasting nourishment. This is not some passing trend or flashy promise. It's not about extremes. It's about care. About choosing to take 5 minutes each morning to nourish your body with the things it quietly needs. And what makes it beautiful is that it fits into something you already do. Your morning coffee is no longer just a habit. It becomes a way to hold on to the life you love, the people you care for, the independence you value. That's why I call this a muscle-supporting ritual, because when you repeat something good with intention, day after day, that's where change begins. That's how strength comes back. Not with a prescription, not with a program, but with your favorite mug and 4 gentle ingredients that help you feel like yourself again. If you're ready, tomorrow morning can be the first step. So now I'll ask you something simple. What will you add to your coffee tomorrow? Will it be a swirl of MCT oil, a scoop of collagen, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or maybe just a spoonful of smooth nut butter? Whatever you choose, I hope you feel encouraged to make your cup of coffee work for you, because your health deserves that kind of quiet support. Not something loud or extreme. Just one thoughtful decision to help you stay strong from the inside out. And I'd love to hear from you. If you have a recipe or a routine you already enjoy, share it in the comments. Or if today's video gave you a new idea, let us know. This is a space where we learn from each other. A place where community grows stronger with every story shared. And if you found something helpful here today, something worth remembering, I hope you'll take a moment to subscribe to Healthy Aging Vault. That way, you'll never miss another tip, another idea, another bit of encouragement to help you stay steady, sharp, and well. So take good care of yourself, and may tomorrow's coffee be one of the smartest ones yet. See you next time.